Hi Virgo, welcome to May. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon in Taurus on the 11th and a full moon eclipse on the 26th. And that's going to be in Sagittarius. Mercury and Venus will be moving into Gemini at the beginning of the month. Jupiter is moving into Pisces on the 14th and will stay in Pisces until July 29th. And then Saturn will go retrograde on the 23rd, and Mercury, your ruling sign, your ruling planet, will go retrograde at the 29th at the end of the month. So let's see what the cards, I'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for the month of May 2021? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for May 2021? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for May 2021? The Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, the Strength card, and the Page of Wands. And the card underneath the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so we start the month off with the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. So it could be a new relationship on the horizon, even a new career opportunity. Because Wands are about taking action, starting something, planting a seed, feeling enthusiastic. Now, you have the Five of Pentacles crossing. So you could be going through a period of feeling cut off from loved ones or isolated, or maybe you're helping someone through a difficult time. If it's not you, it could be that you're helping someone navigate a difficult time. Maybe they're feeling depressed, or maybe they're having financial issues. If this is not your issue, you could be dealing with someone who is going through this. You have the Two of Swords in the recent past and the Seven of Wands. So the Two of Swords is about trying to make a decision. You're on the fence about something. So it could be a relationship where you know there's some issues and one of you needs to reach out and break the ice, but neither party is doing that. So you're waiting for them to reach out. They're waiting for you to reach out. Maybe you've had to set some boundaries. You have the Seven of Wands here. This is about standing up for what you believe in, setting some boundaries with a partner. If they're taking advantage of your kindness in some way, you might have to set some rules and regulations. The Seven is a great card because it means that you have the power to overcome any obstacles that you're facing this month. And this is in the recent past, so the battle has already started. There may be some situation, you have the Eight of Pentacles here, where you might be thinking about starting a new career path or taking your career in a new direction. And while that's happening, maybe because you're needing more money or you're having some financial issues. You have the Nine of Swords here with the Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is like an energy of worry. So you might be worried about someone in your life. Maybe I feel like someone that you're involved with is going through a difficult time. And you might be mentally stressed about it, thinking, or worried, how is this all going to work out? But at the same time, I feel like you're embarking on something new. So you might be worried about a past partnership, or you might be starting a new relationship, worried about the old partner or the current partner. The Page of Pentacles is in the future. So this is a card of being open to the new. It's the student card, so you might be taking some classes to increase your knowledge, to advance in a career situation. It could also mean the beginning of a relationship, or a relationship that's at the beginning stages, but you're taking things slow. So you have 2 pages here. So there could be two. I feel like there might be 2 people involved. Like there might be the old partner and the new partner. The new partner, so one could be an earth sign and one could be a fire sign. Earth would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Fire would be the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with those people. You even have some swords here. It could be, an air. But I'm feeling that, okay, so the 9 of Pentacles is in your negative thinking sector. This is about working on a plan to increase your finances, to feel more secure, to get, you might even be thinking about starting your own business or working as an independent contractor in some way. But at the same time, you're feeling lonely. So if you're not in a relationship, you may feel like, I really want to be in one. I want to have something, I want to share my abundance with someone. I don't want to just have, a nice house or, money in the bank. I want to have someone that I can share that with. If you're starting a new relationship, you may want to take things slow. I feel like, because the Pentacles, they don't like to rush into things. They like to take things slow. And you, as an earth sign, you're not one for, earth signs are not one for rushing into things. They like to, give it a lot of thought, have time to think, and plan and check out the situation before they commit 100%. But you do have, in your environment, you have the sun. And the sun gives you the ability to overcome any problems in the reading. So whatever you're worried about with the 9 of Swords, it may be just your mind working overtime. Maybe you feel like, I can't solve this issue. You're feeling a little bit insecure about it. But the sun is here to tell you that you can solve the issue and you can overcome whatever obstacles you're facing and whatever problems in a relationship. And the sun, this is connecting with someone that you really like, you really enjoy being with. It's about having fun. It's about honoring your inner child. When you're with this person, you might have recently met someone new who makes you feel like a kid again, brings joy back into your life. You're doing things together and time is just, standing still when you're together. You don't even realize the time going by. Sometimes the sun can even represent marriage. So this could be the start of a relationship for those who are not in a committed partnership. It could be the start of a new relationship that could lead to commitment down the road. But this person brings a lot of joy into your life. So if you've been spending a lot of time working on your career, trying to get into a better position financially, there could be a new beginning that really helps, that brings love and joy back into your life. You have the Strength card here, and here's another card of the energy of helping someone through a difficult time. Someone around you might be suffering or going through a difficult time, and you might be worried about them. Because the lion is, on this card, the lion is wounded, and the person in the card is taking the thorn out of the lion's paw. So you're helping someone heal in some way. I feel like there's 2 things going on. One could be a current or past partner who's going through a difficult time, and you're helping them get through some kind of trauma or some kind of depression, even a financial crisis. And it may require counseling with the Strength card. The Strength is about controlling the demon or fighting the demon within, controlling your animal nature, not overreacting, not going to extremes of emotion. So either that's you have to control your own reaction, or you could be dealing with a partner that has anger issues and you may need to. So you're either dealing with your own anger issues or dealing with someone else's anger issues that may require counseling. The Page of Wands as an outcome, this is a message coming in that brings good news. So there could be a solution coming this month that can help you to solve whatever you're struggling with in a partnership. But I'm really feeling the strong energy of old and new, that you're helping someone through a difficult time, but at the same time you're starting something new that's really exciting and you're really anxious and looking forward to getting involved with this new thing. It could be a new relationship. It could also be a career path that's coming up. So if you're worried about money at the beginning of the month, you may find a solution. And if you're feeling isolated or alone and feeling like I wish I had someone I could connect with and have some fun, that may come toward the end of the month. So don't give up. So let's see. New moon in Taurus is favorable to your sign. And this is happening in the 9th house. So and with Uranus, that can mean that the 9th house rules higher education, long distance travel, belief systems. So you could be thinking about going back to school, maybe not a full course. I mean, some of you might be going back to school to get a degree or whatever, but it could even just be a training program where you're saying to yourself, you know what, I need to learn more skills. I need to update my skills. And so this could be a time of learning. An opportunity to travel could come up suddenly with the 9th house, so you could be moving. And your belief systems might be changing. It's like because the new moon is about a new beginning, and the 9th house can also be about, what do I believe? What is my spiritual path? So you might you might find an opportunity to explore a new spiritual path and to share your knowledge. Even if you're someone who has a lot of experience in the world, you might be teaching. Maybe you're teaching a class. If you're not the student, you might be the teacher. Now, Venus and Mercury are moving into Gemini this month, and they're going to be in your 10th house. That's great for opportunities. Like Mercury, you could be writing, or you could be doing, and with Venus, you could be doing something creative. You're getting along with your colleagues. There's more harmony at work. You might, if you're changing careers, it could be something that's more creative. Or something that involves marketing or communication. But whatever it is, you're enjoying it. You're loving it. You're loving the work. Mars is in your 11th house in Cancer. So the activity right now, where your energy is focused this month, is on groups and networking, and the groups that you belong to, manifesting a goal or a dream. Mars is sextile Uranus in your 9th house. So it may be that in order to achieve this goal or this dream, you may have to pick up some new skills. I feel like there's going to be a sudden opportunity either to travel or to learn new things. Then you have Saturn in the 6th house. So you've been working really hard. Saturn's been in Aquarius since the beginning of the year. And Jupiter is making it's moving out of your 6th house. So Jupiter ramps things up. You might have been taking on more work than you can handle. Jupiter's going to move into Pisces starting the middle of the month, and then it'll be in your 7th house. And it's going to be in the 7th house for a couple of months until the end of July. When Jupiter moves into your 7th house, it's going to bring opportunity for partnership, for a good partnership with someone who's very optimistic, someone who could be even financially stable, someone who brings wealth and security and fun into your life. You might even travel with this person. It just brings opportunity to find a good partner, to find a good mate, one that will be enhance your life rather than drain your energy and drain your resources. And Venus right now is in your 10th house, and it's squaring Jupiter. It's an out of sign square. When Jupiter moves into Pisces, it'll be more of an exact square. You just have to watch out. Be careful of extravagance. You may take on more than you can handle in a career situation. So know what your limits are. I mean, you may have a job, you might be working another job on the side, and you might be taking on all these projects. So just know what your limits are, because that's Jupiter square Venus is not really a negative aspect, because Venus and Jupiter are benefic planets. But when they're in square aspect, the energy could be excessive or you're overdoing it. You're taking on too much. It's not like as harsh as like a Saturn square or Mars square or Pluto square. It's not as intense. But Neptune is still in your 7th house. It's been there forever in Pisces. Neptune stays in a sign like 12 to 14 years. So Neptune can help you to create a soulmate connection, but it can also, it warns you about idealizing a partner. You really need to check into that person and make sure you're seeing them as they really are. You might be trying to save someone. You know, you're like the savior. I want to serve. I want to help you. You're trying to help someone who has some severe problems. Don't fall into that the trap of being the savior to a victim, because that could be an unhealthy connection. Now, Mercury in your 10th house is trining Saturn in the 6th. So if you're forming any kind of work connection or partnership, if a new job opportunity comes up, this could be very favorable. It could be something that you can really, something that you put into place that will last for a long time. So this could be a good time to form a work connection. It's also good for health. If you have any chronic condition, you know, you could come to some kind of conclusion. Maybe you're working too hard. You need to take some time out and recharge. Now, we have the lunar eclipse on May 26th. But before that, let's see, Saturn goes retrograde on the 23rd, and Saturn is retrograding in your 6th house. So when Saturn retrogrades, it's a time to rethink your goals and rethink your career path. So you might have been working a lot, really hard, feeling like you're a slave to your job. When Saturn retrogrades, you might be thinking, is this the right career path for me? Is this the right, am I doing the work that I love? Is this my soul path? So, and if you're not going about, if your plan needs to be tweaked, you know, you might have to recalculate your career path and maybe make some changes, some minor changes, so that you can get on the right path, doing something that you really love. And I think you're going to have that opportunity. Maybe you decide, like, you know what, I don't really like this job. I want something else. You know, I'd rather do this, and here I am stuck doing that. You know, and it feels like a heavy burden. It feels like I'm not really enjoying it. I feel like I'm in a prison. So Saturn is going to retrograde until October. So it's going to give you plenty of time, like 6 months, to really think about your life path and your career plans. You know, what do I really want to do? And how can I get there? Maybe you need to go back to school and learn something, train for a new career path, or enhance the skills you already have with some additional learning. So the lunar eclipse is happening in Sagittarius, and that will happen in your 4th and 10th house. So this could be really significant. By the end of the month, you may see where you need to be. Something may be completing. You could be completing a work project. The moon is in your 4th house, so you're having to balance work and home. There could be some type of something comes to the surface, some opportunity. It could be an opportunity. I mean, eclipses don't always have to be negative, but it does mean that your timeline gets sped up. So if you were planning on leaving a job or changing your home in some way, maybe you're completing a renovation project at home, or maybe you were thinking about moving, but now you have to move, you know, and so it just speeds things up, and you may have to act quickly at the full moon. If anything, it's going to bring things that were hidden to light. So if there was something that was confusing you and you weren't sure about it, you're going to find out the truth at this full moon. And a lunar eclipse can eclipse someone from your life. So a female figure may leave. You may end a relationship with someone. But at the same time, you have Venus and Mercury in the 10th. So I feel like one thing might end, but a new thing is beginning. So you're not going to be alone. It's not that you might end a relationship and start a new one, a brand new one. Mars is in the 11th, like I said, and it's trining Neptune in the 7th. So this is really good for creating a goal and a dream and achieving a dream. Manifesting something that you've always wanted to do, whether it's a relationship, because the 7th house is partnership, committed partnerships, or even could be a business partnership where you're committing to something to do the work, but you're not doing it alone. In the 11th house, you're doing it with a group. So you could be collaborating with someone else to make a dream real. Saturn all year, Saturn and Uranus will be in a square aspect. They come around this lunar eclipse. They're about 1 degree apart from exact, and it's involving your 6th and 9th house. So you may feel like, I need freedom from something at this time, and especially in the 6th house, that could be work. A work environment that feels very heavy, very oppressive, where you may be having problems with authority figures that are not open to change. Like you may have a lot of new ideas and you're meeting up with resistance from the authority figures who want to keep things, they want to keep the status quo. They don't want to make changes, or they're resisting the changes. So Uranus may free you in a way where you might have an opportunity to either move to a new job or get trained for a new career, go back to school, maybe teach, if you have a lot of wisdom, like I said. So there's going to be, whatever Uranus brings, it's usually a surprise. But you do need freedom from something. You need freedom from oppression right now. So if you've been working too hard, you may need a different role that gives you a little bit more freedom, that allows you to use your creativity and your innovation in a better way, that instead of meeting with resistance, you're meeting with a welcoming energy, like, oh yeah, let's try that new thing, instead of, no, we can't do that, So you're going to be getting away from that energy. Now, also, at this full moon eclipse, it forms a T-square with Jupiter. And Jupiter is right in Pisces. At this point, Jupiter will be in Pisces. And that's in your 7th house. So there could be a partnership or relationship that is the focal point of all this tension. You might be arguing with a partner. Maybe you're spending too much time at work and not enough time with home and family. So you have to find that balance this month. Maybe you've been doing too much in a partnership and not taking care of your own needs. And you may have to start to think, well, what about me? What do I need to be happy? Here I am doing everything for everybody else. So that could be something that comes up at this time that you have to decide, what do I really want to do? Venus is squaring Neptune. So you want to make sure that whatever decisions you're making in partnership, you're doing it with a realistic eye. You might be, don't idealize something. Maybe you want to bounce your ideas off someone else who's not so emotionally involved in your situation. So you could see, like, this is what I feel. What do you think? Because you might be idealizing someone or giving someone more credit than they're worth. When Venus is square Neptune, there's like illusion, delusion. Someone may seem better, like if something seems too good to be true, it usually is. So you just want to be careful. I mean, it doesn't mean that, I feel like there's a lot of new opportunities coming, and it's going to lead to doing something that you really love, but you want to be careful in partnerships that you're not giving the other party more credit than they're worth. You want to check in to make sure that everything that's being promised to you is going to be delivered. That's the only warning or something to be cautious about. But other than that, you have the sun. You're going to be doing something you really love. You're going to be learning new things. You're not going to be alone. Once Jupiter moves into the 7th house, it's going to stay there for 3 months, go back into Aquarius, and then go back into next year. It's going to be in Pisces for most of the year. So if you've ever wanted to find the perfect partner or make improvements in your current committed partnership, that's the time to do it. So Jupiter brings opportunity. It brings positive energy. It brings expansion and abundance. The only downside to Jupiter is that, and because is that it may make you take on more or do too much. Take on more than you can handle, or do too much, or overdo it. Don't go over the top. Find that balance, that middle ground. But I think that there's some exciting new beginnings happening this month, Virgo. And I think you're going to be happy. It's going to come to a head at the end of the month around the eclipse. And you'll know what to do from there. Don't forget, this is the full moon eclipse. So this is something closing or ending or completing. We're going to have the new moon eclipse next month. And that will be a new beginning. So this month I feel like you're tying up loose ends. And if something needs to be released, you're releasing it at this eclipse. So there are going to be some changes. There might be some bumps this month and next. But it's leading you on a better path. It's letting you release what's no longer serving you and helping you to get on the path that brings joy into your life. The sun. And you don't want to be victimized by anyone who's sucking your energy. So if you're in that type of partnership, it may be time to release it, or at least get counseling to help work through it. So that's my forecast for May, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. leave a comment. I love reading the comments. I want to say also, if you'd like to have, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone, but if you want a specific reading that involves just your specific situation, your personal details, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, enjoy your May, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.